Welcome to another episode of the Nothing and Everything podcast, where today we're going to talk a lot of nothing
and a little bit about everything.
Everything. We got a lot to discuss today.
Actually,
we
that's surprising.
We have not really that much to talk about today, but we're going to make the most of the time that we have together. I feel like
you're leading the people astray. Like they're like, no, they're not.
It's like the opening for like nightly news or something.
Oh, welcome
60
to
minutes. Oh, speaking of 60 minutes, I happened to turn on the social medias last night and saw that.
Oh, there was a. You talking about the interview?
The interview.
I didn't see it. I heard one thing afterwards. Like,
the
hey, you think the economy is going to get better?
Is
it going to get worse or something? It's like
Kim Jong-un interview?
Oh,
no. Not that interview?
Not
this
that
interview?
one.
Okay.
I didn't see the Kim Jong-un.
Okay.
Was that the Dennis Rodman Kim Jong-un?
I don't know. We could talk about this.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Are you shifting gears real quickly?
Yeah.
We brought it up.
Well, you're not smelling what I'm stepping in. So, the interview with the president, who said that the pandemic is over.
I didn't. Oh, nice. So it is over. Oh, that's good.
Technically, it's over.
Right.
He said it. So, I don't know what that means for you, but
here's the thing about the world, and social media has taught us this. It's like you can just say anything. I can just I can say that.
You can say anything.
I can declare. It's like Michael Scott declaring bankruptcy. I can declare it, and it adds a little bit more. It's demonstrative. This is true, and I'm like, well, okay, well, I guess it is. And that's not a slight on him necessarily.
Right.
I'm saying anybody.
Right.
You can just say whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of like us. We just say whatever out here, and it's true.
Yeah. It is a little bit odd how
you can't just declare
people can just come out and just say whatever they want, and
you have to go. Well, I get they said it. I guess it's true.
Here's what's crazy. I'm totally fine with whoever says whatever they want. I'm completely fine with that. You got the right. You can say whatever you want. The problem for me is when you force me to now change my life or whatever based upon what like if you said this and you claim that to be the absolute truth, and I'm like, okay, that's dumb, but whatever, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
But then if you come at me like, now you have to live your life according to what I just
you
said,
gotta change
I'm like,
your behavior and change your lifestyle.
That doesn't make any sense.
Right. Man.
So, season 2's coming at you.
It's a little too heavy for me.
It kind of was a little
Let's talk
heavy.
about something ridiculous. Wait. Hey, let's go back. Did you keep a log of, we asked people last week to give us new lead-in, like, kind of taglines, and we actually had a couple of responses.
There were a couple.
I think we're probably just going to have to stick with it.
Oh, are you publicly saying to our fans that you didn't like what they said?
I'm not saying that I didn't like what they said.
Sounds like that's what
you
said.
Enjoyed
Sounds like
the
you
feedback.
Declared,
I declared.
Like you declared that you don't like what they said, and now we have to live
I just think
that
that maybe our original was
You're doing the very
more
thing
that
you're
accused everybody else of
infringing
doing.
on.
Ooh, they're right.
What were they? Do you remember?
No, that's what I thought. Maybe you would have those. I thought maybe you would have those queued up in the show notes. Isn't that kind of what it's for?
Well,
I think maybe our producer does.
Well, my dad texted us and said,
My dad. Kevin, that's no knock on you. It's just that,
we have nothing to do, so we are going to talk about everything.
I took a little offense to that.
We have
the
nothing
first
to do?
Yeah, the first part. Really?
Seriously, Kevin?
We have nothing to do. So then, what was the second part?
So let's talk about everything.
We have nothing to do. That hurts a little bit.
It kind of does. I'm a very busy person.
Just because you say it demonstratively.
I just declared.
I declare. I'm busy.
For the longest time, whenever you'd come up to someone and be like, hey, how's everything going? Oh, man, I'm just so busy.
Yeah.
That was like the thing you said to people back in the day.
To get them to leave you alone.
Well, it's just like, oh, man, I'm so
talking?
busy. It's like, really? What are you doing? Like, what makes you so busy? Oh, I got to work. Oh, yeah, cool. So does most of America.
I got a family. Once again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that it was almost like a status. Like if you weren't busy, then you weren't
doing anything.
Whatever. Right.
Yeah.
So what I like to be is filthy rich off of like YouTube
or
something like that, and not be busy.
How does one gain that status, though?
I don't know, but there's this guy that walks around on the socials, and he says he interviews people.
Oh, goodness.
And he's like, hey, tell me what you do for a living, or
like how much money you make or whatever?
how much money you make.
Yeah.
And these people are just like, hey,
I'm a dental hygienist. I make $70,000 a year.
Right, but one guy was like, I'm a YouTuber. He was like, what do you make a year? He goes, well, I got a couple different investments, but just from YouTube, I pull 1.5 mil. And I'm like,
we're doing something wrong.
I need to join the staff of YouTube.
What are they doing?
So I can
call the people at YouTube and have them come down here.
I just don't understand. I see what you did there.
Yeah, that was
You
another.
know that, like Mr. Beast?
I don't even. I had that conversation in the car on the way to school this morning with my children.
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw a video of like, I don't know a lot. I mean, I know kind of what the guy does, but like, he was in Walmart or something. He's like, hey, I'll give you $1,000 right now. Or there's a suitcase full of $10,000 that you can give to somebody else. What do you choose? And the first two people were like, I'll take the 1,000. I'm like, okay, one was like, I just had a baby or something. And then the one guy, he's like, okay, you have 10 seconds to go give this to somebody else. So he had to find this random lady, and she was like, oh my gosh, I just lost my job. And then he gave him another $10,000.
Oh, gosh.
So it was like, Beast? Dang, you should have just, be generous, people. I get it. But it was, I mean, I've seen stuff like that, but I don't know a lot about the.
Have you ever seen that guy that does, it's like a trade up thing? Have you ever heard
like
about
let's
the trade
make
up?
a deal, like
Well,
with Wayne
so
Brady?
This is what he does.
I have seen that.
He'll take something small, like a paperclip,
Ooh.
and then he'll go and he'll trade maybe like a mechanical pencil, like what you.
Why you looking at
just
the ground?
saying,
I love a mechanical
you have
pencil. You know why?
Because a mauve-colored.
Wait, what? Mauve?
Mauve?
It's pink, hot pink.
Well, that's even worse. I was trying to help you out with mauve, and you went hot pink. So
who knows what mauve or mauve?
Why are you talking like this?
Mauve? That's like a Muppet. Mauve? Mauve the Muppet?
You're like a Fraggle Rock over here.
Fraggle Rock.
Anyway, so he'll trade up for that, and then he'll trade up for something else, and then just keep
trade
trading.
up? Who you just trading with random people?
Yeah, you just go to a random person and be like, hey, I've got this. Will you trade me for something? And then they'll reach in their pocket. Maybe they pull out a guitar pick or maybe like a quarter, or next thing you know, you just keep going. So some people end up with like houses. This guy ended up with like a Lamborghini.
What?
I mean, obviously he had something of significance by this point. You just keep trading and trading and trading and trading and trading up. Goodness. So I remember one time at this other church I was at down in Florida, we did that with our youth group. We gave everyone like a paper clip.
Yeah. And
they broke up into different groups, and they would go throughout the community, and just so they had like 4 hours or something like that to come back with whatever the biggest thing they can get. So one group came back literally with a riding lawnmower. They had like traded up so many times. They had a riding lawnmower that they came, like a John Deere, that they came back with. Another group
What?
Another group happened to knock on the door of Deion Sanders' mom's house.
Oh.
Like where Deion Sanders used to live.
Goodness gracious, yeah.
So she went in there,
prime time,
and they were like, she says, hey, here's this autographed picture of Deion Sanders. There you go. And so she traded like it was like their second or third trade. So, I mean, they had like a dollar bill maybe or something like that and traded and got an autographed picture of Deion. That's pretty cool.
That is very cool. I don't know how you get a ride lawnmower go from a like. There's got to be some type of pivotal trade in there.
We should. We should do this. We can make this a bit every single week. Every time we get together and record.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not a good negotiator, and I'm not a good salesman. So, like.
So you're saying you're going to lose?
Oh, I would lose terribly. You'd be way better at this than I would. Because I also am kind of just like, yeah, this is stupid. Just take whatever. So.
I'm going to do it. We're gonna do this.
I had a stint. I don't remember, or like early on in college or something, where I sold like one of those like terrible jobs that we had, trying to make ends meet.
Yeah.
Like selling frozen meat out of the back of a truck.
Like a Schwan?
Not Schwans. Schwans would be a competitor.
Okay.
And I did it for like 2 weeks, and it was terrible. I might have made one sale, and I was like, number one, I can't survive on this. And number two, I just felt bad. I was like, I don't really know why you would want to. So, you can get a whole lot better deal down at the Food Lion or something.
At the Food Lion.
So like if it came to negotiating, we're like, hey, here's a paperclip, give me a riding lawnmower. I don't think I'd do very well at it.
I mean, I don't think you would go straight from a paperclip to a riding mower. It's not a straight line.
That's true.
But
it's fascinating.
Let's just
social
experiment. Let's just pace
there.
ourselves. Let's start with something this week. We'll start with a paperclip this week.
What about this?
Now, here's the deal. Let's put some rules on it. You can't.
Wait, you just go up to anybody.
You can't go to your family though.
Okay. But I'm trying to think of what my strategy would be. Like, hey, I have a paperclip. Can I trade you for your?
Yeah. Do you have anything on you?
Bobblehead.
Right.
Like whatever's sitting on your desk.
I'll trade this paperclip for something that you have right now.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Deal.
To see how much we can trade up with, and then you just take that same item and then try to trade it up again.
Every week we'll just
every week. Let's get through 1 week first.
Let's just see what we can come up with.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
I feel like I might have to think about it a lot.
I mean, not really. Just walk up to probably one of our listeners. By one, I mean one, and be like, "Hey, did Gerald talk to you yet? Because if not, here's this."
Did Gerald talk to you? Did Gerald just leave? Does he?
That'll be a lot of fun. I think it'll be fun. Let's just try this. Why not? Trade up.
All right.
The nothing and everything.
I'll try it, but
trade up challenge. I just declared it.
You did.
I declared it. We're getting some good traction off this declaring things.
I think so. And it came out of nowhere.
Awesome. Let's declare something.
Man, I'm so nervous now.
Don't be nervous. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. And if it's not going
to
be fun,
what if I show back up with a paperclip?
Like a different paperclip?
Yeah, like a colored paper. You know, like a free. You know what I'm talking about? It's like old plastic.
I know what you said. That's how this morning's going to go?
Nope.
All right. So anyway, all right. Something that I've been wanting to talk about for a little while is we have an imposter amongst the ranks. Well, no, not here. That sounded bad. The ranks are just us three. So there is a nothing and everything fake account.
Oh no.
And I think
it's a little
actually now
concerning.
that I think about it, we probably just gave it some traction, so we probably shouldn't have done that, but we just did. I just did. So
yeah,
either we
you did that. We didn't talk about this ahead of time. Yeah, we did not discuss this.
We didn't discuss this beforehand. So
you just made an executive decision.
This is the 15 seconds of
to
fame.
Promote.
Right. So they've been on me about my hat because I've been doubling up the hats, right? And
because you were like, you declared a long time ago, I'm never going to wear.
No, I declared I was going to go as long as I can.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is the local baseball team, the Cannonballers.
Oh, nice.
The Kannapolis. Is it Kannapolis Cannonballers?
I think it's Cannonballers.
Yeah. So anyway, this is our local baseball team, minor league baseball team that I support once a year. So they're actually pretty good, I think. I mean, they won that game. There's actually, since you brought this up, there's actually a, I think you brought
what?
This up. On Instagram, there's this, there's a minor league baseball team.
Are you Savannah Bananas?
Bananas? Have you seen them?
I haven't. I mean, I haven't seen them in person, but I follow them on Instagram, and there's a whole thing on ESPN Plus, like
they
a whole
do the
like
dance thing.
Oh, they do dances. There's all these like kind of. It's kind of like the Harlem Globetrotter baseball, but it's funny.
I have to go watch them play.
It's hard to get tickets apparently because they don't play like. I don't think they're like. I think they started off as. If I have the story right, I think they started off as like a single A or something like that. And then they started doing some of these shtick type stuff, and it was catching on, and people were loving it. And then maybe they don't. I don't know if they play like in a regular league anymore. Like it's more like exhibition.
Yeah.
So they're able to really, go over the top.
Man,
dude's playing first place on stilts. Did you see that one?
Did you say first place?
First place on stilts. Man, it's like I'm doing announcements on Sunday. It's terrible. Bloop, bloop, bloop. No, like dude hits a line drive like through his legs, and there's nothing he can do because he can't bend over and get it. That's just some really funny stuff. So.
Savannah Bananas. So
we need to try to get down there.
How awesome would it be if we can go down there? How awesome would it be if we can go call a game? I don't know enough about baseball to call a game.
I'd call a game. Let's do a live podcast from Banana Land.
From the Savannah Bananas?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I love Savannah.
Savannah's kind of cool. We can eat over.
So
at
I took my
at the
wife there
Paula
last year,
Deen's.
and we
Oh yeah.
yeah we went to Paula Deen's.
Yeah.
I took her on the like one of those like haunted ghost
ghost
tours.
tour?
Yeah. Well, it's like totally something that we wouldn't do.
You're
and
a Christian.
It was the Holy Ghost tour.
Holy Ghost tour. I'm sure it was.
But it was like, this is, A, my wife does not like to be scared.
Mm.
And B, like, this is just like something totally random that we would not choose to do. So I was like, yeah, we should do it.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. It was affordable. Let's go do it. And she's like, I need you to tell me if I'm going to, it's like someone jump out at me, which I didn't know. I'd never done it before. And there was a part that did, and she was the one who squealed and screamed. It wasn't like a haunt, like we're going to scare you. It's like we take you into this. There was this one part, though, where down by the river, we were in a van. It was a Matt Foley haunted. No, but like, now that would be a good bit. If you were,
you can't talk about a van
but
down by
let's
the
go
river
to
nowadays. So.
Savannah, man.
Yeah.
Savannah, man. Banana Land. Let's do it.
That would be awesome.
Do we have any, like, have any more games this year?
I don't know.
I do think tickets are hard to get, though, because
sure
like
they
they
are.
don't play like.
But we're the Nothing and Everything podcast. I'm
If we
sure
tell
we can make
them-
a phone call.
if
and
we-
be like,
yeah, if
hey,
our-
we're local celebrities and we'd like to, come and promote what you're doing a little bit.
That would be something that would be fun to be like an announce. You can kind of just
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun.
have a good time.
It'd be a lot of fun. With those kind of tours and stuff like that, I feel like the ghost tour thing, you almost have to be a little bit more stoic. Like you can't show fear. You know what I'm saying? Like
smell it.
I'm wanting to go to Scarowinds. Have you ever done
So
that
those
before?
commercials scare my wife like to
the
death.
commercials?
Yes, because it's all like creepy doll, whatever, and there's at the end, and she jumps every time.
But
She's
they're
like,
like-
why would anybody want to go do that?
They give you something that you can wear if you don't want to be scared.
Oh,
So I don't know if it's like
Like
a
a
big
bib?
lame hat, or like a
big
bib.
lame-
Hey,
like a
look,
sombrero?
this person's a
A
complete
bib, like-
baby. Like, don't scare
I
them.
want to
they'll
go to
cry.
Scarlett, but don't scare me.
Although I did hear,
Let's do that.
yeah, it would be a lot of fun. I think to go to Scarowinds, but it's a lot of people.
Do you have a
You know how I get with people.
But like when does it run like all through like October or something? I don't know.
It runs through October 30th, I think. Now through October 30th, like select nights now through October 30th.
Let's do it.
If it was every night for a month, it'd be pretty awesome because you just pick a random night that hopefully no one else is picking. You can go and do all the fun
But
stuff.
because there's so many people there.
But if it's only like 2 nights a week for the next 5 weeks, it would be extremely difficult because everybody will be there, and that's a lot of people.
I'd like to go.
But those people, I don't know who those people are, but those people really get into it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I just want to kind of go and spectate, but you get these people that are like really into it.
Oh, a lot
I'm
for us
not
to
really
talk
that
about.
guy. Yeah, it would give us some.
Well,
stuff
let's
to talk
figure
about.
out how we can take a trip because this would be awesome.
We
a
need to
field
go
trip.
with like a
We
camera
wanna go to
on
Savannah?
us so we can see, like catch ourselves getting scared or
going on?
whatever.
Are you a roller coaster guy?
I
Or
love
like a
roller
ride?
coasters.
I do too.
Love roller coasters.
Yeah, I'd ride anything.
And I do have.
I don't
season
like stuff that
tickets.
goes in circle. Do you have season tickets?
The
Can you go to
Scarowinds.
Scarowinds
I think
with
so.
your season ticket?
I think so.
Nah.
I don't know.
I don't have them.
You don't have season tickets?
No.
Wah, wah. Well, you
And I'm
got
like,
like 15
crap.
people in your family.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It'd be
so
like $1,000.
You need to get one ticket and just pass it around. No, I don't think you can do that. It's got your face on it, on the ticket,
Oh.
on the pass.
Yeah, I need to figure out how to go to Scarowinds.
Just walk up with your thumb over the picture, be like, "Hey,
Hey, it's me.
here I am."
I tried that. My passport went up.
And he's like, I'm Kyle. My name's Kyle.
Why's it gotta be Andy?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Scarowinds.
So let me tell you what happened at church on Sunday.
Oh.
Made it through the whole song and get to the last song, and I break a string.
Which is a pretty big deal, right?
It's a big deal. It's a big deal for me because, like, I go into complete panic mode. Flop sweat, like, oh gosh, what just happened,
Yeah.
And I don't think I hide stuff well. So, like, if I don't like something, typically people know.
How
without me
much
saying
does
a
it
word.
change, like, the sound that's coming out of the guitar? Like, it's unplayable now? It's unrecognizable,
It
the
is.
song that I'm trying to play?
So the problem is, you get all this. I mean, I can't remember exactly how much. I think I heard maybe 1,500 pounds of pressure,
Right.
on 6 strings laid across, the body of the guitar or whatever. When one string breaks, like, it has to redistribute all the weight, or the pressure or whatever. So when one string breaks,
we're
then
getting a
all the other.
physics,
Well,
like-
I didn't think so either, but all the other ones.
Less.
Essentially, what happens is the whole guitar goes out of tune. Every string goes out of tune.
Oh, so every string is out of tune.
Every string
then.
goes out of tune.
So okay, well that makes.
So I was trying to play, and like I saw this.
Do you
one
not have
guy,
a backup like a roadie that can run one out to you real quick?
No,
you think your sound guy
I
might
don't.
take care of that?
I thought maybe Austin could, but with Austin, he'd probably run it. He's got them big old cowboy boots on right now. He'd probably trip on
we
his
didn't
way
even
out,
talk about that.
land
His
on the
spurs
guitar.
were like ripping stuff apart.
I thought it was odd. I saw a pony out in the front. I figured he'd run up on that.
It's like, is there a salute around here or something?
Seriously,
What is he
Austin has
doing?
on some Levi's. He's got on a Nashville T-shirt and these cowboy boots.
Wait, pull the boot. Wait, is that?
Oh,
Oh,
it's the American flag. We need to. You need to post that. We need to see that. Yeah. What does it say on the bottom? Something.
America.
America. There you have it. So I was a little afraid.
So what happened?
Well, I just
What do you? I mean, seriously, what do? You just got flip it around the back and just grab the mic and all vocals.
No. So I watched this one guy break a string one time, and this guy's like a music prodigy, right? He breaks a string, and somehow he can bend the strings with his fingers to put it back in tune. So as he's playing, he's bending the strings like the perfect amount. And like when he broke it, I was like, oh, this is not good, and never missed a beat. And I was thinking,
Did you do that?
no, I missed all kinds of stuff. As a matter of fact, it was a part in the song. The ladies that were singing, they were kind of leading the song, but then it came to the point where I had this one part that I was going to sing.
Yeah.
And I was so flustered, I came to the mic and started singing it. I sang it right, but in my mind I was thinking, I don't know what I'm doing right now. And then, because I play guitar, I don't know what to do with my hands, right? And so I felt like Ricky Bobby, just I didn't know what to do. But I made it through.
I do that sometimes, like either teaching, like mainly like to adults, or like if you do announcements or something, something where there's it's a captive audience, similar, and I go, I don't know what I just said for the last 5 minutes,
Oh gosh.
No, I mean like I have a whole lot of inner dialogue going on,
Right.
that it takes a tremendous, I got probably a touch of like ADD, like. It is really hard. Like I have to focus so hard. People do not know. And if I see something over here, or I hear something over here, or if I do stumble over a word, it takes so much mental gymnastics energy to stay on point. And then I go, I have no idea what I said. Because we did dedication yesterday. I announced them all and I said them all. There was nothing that was crazy or weird or fun, But then when I step back, I go, I have no idea what I just said. I don't know if I dedicated a child or I undedicated them or what. Like,
it's tough when you're in front of people because like there was one time like I'm sitting in front of people, I'm watching people, and probably one of the funniest moments I've had while leading worship. I'm standing up there, I'm looking, and there's this guy who is who's hand raised, he's expressive, which is totally fine. He's doing his thing, singing, and so I'm watching him, and then all of a sudden he kind of gets into it a little bit and kind of sways a little. In his hand, I watch him hit his wife right in the face with his hand.
Nobody else has seen this probably.
I'm
You're the
looking at
only
this,
one watching it. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, he just hit her. And then she kind of opens her eyes and grabs his hand and like pulls it down.
They get into a domestic altercation.
It's subtle, but it was enough to where I was like, and then I can't take my eyes off of them. I'm like, what's going to happen
What's going to happen next,
And so she's just like, you hit me in the face. And he's just like, what? I'm just, I'm worshiping
the Lord. Come on.
So you know who you
just
are.
Collateral damage. Bam!
You know who you are because I've told you about this before. But I see this kind of stuff from the stage, and it's hilarious.
But you can't you can't be like, hey everybody, check out what just happened.
Hey, did
over
y'all see this? Or so stuff happens like that, or whatever, and it's crazy. But yeah, there are times when my mind is just racing, and I've got 1,000 different things to think about. I got a guy who's counting in my head for me, or tell him, I got tracks.
You got
playing.
ears too,
I got
don't you?
In my in-ear, I got click tracks and all kinds of stuff.
So your
going.
in-ears are people talking. Can you, like, is somebody saying something to you, or you're just hearing like other vocalists or music? Like,
I mean, I'm hearing everything on stage, but then I also hear there's a guy that's like intro 2, 3, 4. So the secret's out of the bag. So I mean,
Whoa. See, that would be
secret's out of the bag.
I feel like
secret's out.
Cat's out of the bag.
Secrets.
The secret is out of the bag.
Secret.
I got a bag full of secrets, kids. Come here. A bag full of secrets.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. You said it. There's secrets out of the bag.
Secrets out. Cat's out of the bag. He's got candy, kids. Our children's pastor. There you go. So,
Yep.
like right now, my mind is racing, and I don't know why. Well, I just had coffee. I feel like I'm going to pass out right now.
Goodness gracious, are you all right?
Have you ever had a Celsius energy drink? So
I think I've drank like 2 energy drinks in my entire. I just don't like them. Like they don't.
I don't like them either.
They don't really taste great, and
I've had one Red Bull and I've had one.
I drank a Red Bull.
I took like 2 sips of a Monster.
I just took.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
But this morning I drank.
People drink that junk all the time.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, bro,
Yeah.
are you gonna be all right?
I drank a third of a can.
Wait, this morning?
This morning, of a Celsius drink because I went for a run.
Yeah.
I'm a slow runner, but the negative split between my first mile and my third mile when the energy drink kicked in.
Yeah. So you drank it before, and then
it was a little over a minute difference.
yeah.
So, and then I was thinking, oh, well, I'll run it all out of the system. I'll sweat it all out, whatever. I think it's kicking in still.
Since
and then
we're
I just
not
drank a cup of coffee.
Since we're not immune to the energy drinks, we should drink a bunch of them and come in and record one day.
We should drink it and then wait like 30 minutes and
then just come in and be like, hey, I don't. Because I honestly, I don't ever drink those. I usually drink a cup of coffee in the morning. I'll drink soda every once in a while, but like caffeine doesn't really crank me up unless I have a whole lot with nothing to eat. So that would be interesting.
I haven't eaten anything yet today. My mind is going crazy. Looks as though our producer has sent us.
Oh,
is this a comment on our
YouTube?
A comment on our YouTube. They said the set looks mad similar to another podcast. So
that's not very specific. Are
maybe
they saying that we're
there's
plagiarism?
Another wooden wall, pallet wall, someplace in the country.
I thought this was the first one.
I thought this was the only one. I had no idea there's wood like this in other parts of the country.
You're not a church unless you have like a pallet wall somewhere.
I mean, churches are, I think, a little bit behind the times with stuff sometimes.
Well, that's true, but the pallet wall thing was like the last 10 years. It's like everybody, pallet wall. And I'm fine with it. I mean, it looks good. If you don't have anything, it's better than just a plain.
I think after this, we should tear this down and do shiplap. Because that's...
I like shiplap.
It's kind of trending in the Christian world now, right?
Is it?
It's kind of done like Joanne.
Hey, Joanne.
Is it Joanna?
No.
Or
it's Joanna.
Joanna.
I think. Joanna.
Chip and
Definitely
Joanne.
not Joanne. It's not Joanne.
What is it?
Joanna.
Chip and Joanna?
We're about to get a whole lot of
Joanna.
haters.
Joanna?
Joanne. Gerald.
Do you remember that song? Joanna? Joanna. I just snapped on the wrong beat.
You're the musician.
So,
yeah.
Anyway, she said that shiplap was out like a year ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So now churches are just start putting it up
So
now.
churches would, yeah.
So we need to jump on right now.
Right now is...
Like what's in that? Like what?
SBC, the time is hot now. Jump on. The time is now. The time is hot?
What is... The time is hot. The time is now.
That Celsius is running through my veins.
I know.
Right now.
Man, this is going to be a good episode whenever we do this. Let's drink a bunch of energy drinks, go to Scarowinds. See how that
would be awesome.
See how that works out for us.
I think we may die. We're old enough to where
we
our hearts could
heart
explode.
Palpitations. Bam.
Like the Ultimate Warrior. You
Like
remember
the
him?
Ultimate Warrior. Yeah, I remember him.
What
that dude
time
was
is it?
so juiced up.
Can we stop? What time is it? It's probably
This
time
is
to
going
stop.
really long.
This is going really long. Yeah, hey, anyway, so it's been
Not necessarily
great.
a good ending. Hey, this is
Yeah.
going really long. Okay.
So it's been a great episode today. We talked about a lot of things.
And yet,
We covered nothing.
nothing at all.
Yeah, except we plagiarized the pallet wall. Sorry to whoever was the first person to have this mad similar wall.
Where are you going?
That's what it said. That's what the comment said.
I know,
It's
but
mad similar, so I feel like we need to
oh,
apologize.
it's mad similar.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
To
know.
another podcast.
Mad similar.
So that's why we need. I felt like we need to apologize, but it might be too late to apologize. It's too late.
Just cut it out.
See you next time. We're gonna do a trade up next time. We'll see you then.
The secret's out of the bag.
The secret's out. The cat has a secret out of the bag now. See ya.